and welcome to madhurasrecipe.com. Today we're gonna see how to prepare eggless chocolate cake in a pressure cooker. Instead of using oven, today I'm gonna make use of pressure cooker to bake this cake. So this recipe is really useful for those who do not have oven at home. So let's start with the recipe. And to begin, first I'm gonna put all my wet ingredients together into a mixing bowl. First put in oil. Next I will add sugar. Hot water and some vanilla essence. Stir this around. And I want to mix this together until sugar is completely dissolved. And the sugar is completely dissolved. Now next I will save all my dry ingredients into this wet ingredients. And first I will add maida or all-purpose flour, cocoa powder, this is unsweetened cocoa powder, baking powder, and I have baking soda. First I will give just a gentle mix to all these dry ingredients, and after everything is mixed up, next I will sieve this. Now next I will mix this everything together. And today I'm gonna bake this chocolate cake into pressure cooker, and just like oven we need to preheat this pressure cooker as well. And here I'm using this just regular pressure cooker. I'm gonna put this over medium high heat for 5 minutes. And instead of using cake tin or baking tin, today I'm gonna bake this cake or cook this cake in this rice pots. And this pressure cooker always comes with these two pots, one for dal and other for rice. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pour cake batter in one of this pot, and the other pot I'm gonna keep it empty, and I'm gonna put this underneath or below of this cake tin. This way this cake tin or the tin in which we have poured our chocolate cake batter wouldn't touch the bottom of this pressure cooker, and the bottom side of cake won't get burnt. And also most important thing, the pot in which we're gonna pour our chocolate cake batter, we need to grease it very good with using some oil or butter. Here I'm using this cooking oil spray. Look at that, this is just a regular our rice pot or dal pot. You don't really need any fancy things to prepare cake. Now just a final step. In this chocolate cake batter, add a little bit of lemon juice. This lemon juice reacts with baking soda in it, which helps the cake to rise up really good. Mix this well. And after this is mixed up, immediately pour this batter into this greased baking tray. After you pour in the batter, next give this baking tray a little tap. This will help the air bubbles to escape from this batter. And here I have preheated my pressure cooker over medium heat for 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna take off the lid. Place one of the pot on this pressure cooker, and now I'm gonna place another this cake tin on the top of this. Close this up. And you do not need to make use of whistle or wait while you bake your cake. And first 5 minutes I'm gonna bake this over medium heat. Medium heat means if your stove have a temperature setting from 1 to 9, I'm gonna keep the temperature at number 5. And after baking it for 5 minutes, I will lower down the temperature to stove mark 3. And now from this point of onward, I'm gonna bake this on the same setting for next 30 to 35 minutes. It's 30 minutes now. The cake is baking over low to medium heat. Now I will turn off the heat and let this cake sit in the hot cooker for 5 more minutes. And after 5 minutes, let's check on this. Yum. Look at that. It has risen really good. And if you insert a toothpick or fork in the middle of this cake, it comes out clear. That means cake is ready. Let's take this out and let this sit for 5 more minutes before we transfer this cake onto plate. And to remove the cake from the tin, first I will run a knife around its edges. This will help to loosen the sides of the cake. Next, I will put another dish on the top of it and flip this over. Yum, look at that. This cake has come out clear. It didn't stick to the bottom of tray. Yum. Now next I will put this cake onto cooling rack for some time. It's looking super delicious. Now before we dig into it, let it cool off a bit. That's all. Now bedtime is over. Let's dig into that. It is very soft and moist. Let me just take this out. Yum. And look at that. It's done very soft and moist. It's got wonderful texture. You can't even tell it's been baked in pressure cooker. Looks yum. Believe it or not, this cake turns super soft, super moist. It does not really look like it's been baked in pressure cooker. The detailed list of ingredients and text version of this recipe is available on my website madhurasrecipe.com, developing a new taste. See you soon. Bye bye.